Mr. Sham, welcome to this video session for IIT. Uh, so the first question to you is, we have heard that you and your team have started an Institute of Emerging Technology. So can you let us know about what is the purpose of setting up this institution?
Okay. That's a great question. So, the main purpose of starting this Institute of Emerging Technologies to kind of, to some extent, get application-based training to the students. I have been to so many places in India. I've worked in the university, I've worked in the US also. And one of the things that I see both in India and United States is that we don't teach applications. Now let me give an example of what I mean by applications. Let's say you draw a plate, which is basically a rectangle, and then let's say there's a hole. Okay. Now what is happening these days is, we teach how to use lines or a rectangle tool to draw a rectangle. We teach to circle tools to draw a circle. But in a design process, when we have to work in the industry, every entity, every line, every circle has a meaning. Now, our students, we show them how to draw a circle, but we do not tell them what's the purpose of their circle. So, as we know in the industry, a circle can represent either a hole or it can represent a base. Now, for example, if it's a hole, now, if we draw a 15 millimeter diameter hole, a designer has to understand what's the function. Is the hole intended to accommodate a pin, or is it intended to accommodate a bolt? Okay, for example, if it's a pin, okay, then we have to find out, the designer has to find out what are the different pins available. Okay, we're not going to create a or machine a new pin. We are going to use the pins like doll pins that are already available in the market. And then we take that pin and then make the hole according to that. Now again, when we make a hole, now we have a pin and we have to decide what type of fit do we want. Do we want a press fit or do we want a slide fit? Because based on that, we'll decide what the tolerances are on the hole. So we have the pin. Now we have the clearances. The initial element that we had to figure out is that what are the tools we are going to use. Okay, I had to go back to the shop, or I have to know what are the tools available that will drill that particular size hole. For example, it was 15 millimeter. Do I have the tools available that will give me the hole that will cut the hole that is 15 millimeters? Okay, and also if it's a very precise hole, do I have the reamer that will ream the hole to the precise dimension? So these are the some of the things that our students have to know in order to make a hole, okay, that has some function, that has some application when it comes to industry. Same way, let's take the example of a counterboard. Okay. So what we do is in a drawing, all we do is we put two circles there and we tell that's the counterboard, this the depth, so on and so forth. But does the student know when we give the diameter, the whole diameter and the counterboard diameter and the depth of the counterboard, where did these values come from? Right? Most of the students, they just guess on it and keep on going. Or they are in the drawing. But there's a reason for those dimensions. For example, let's say if it's going to accommodate a hex head bolt, so we have to find out the specification of the hex head bolt. Let's say in this case example, let's say 15 millimeter. We have to find out what are the dimensions of the head, because the head is going to go in the counterboard. And I've seen in most of the drawings, okay, engineers do find the width across corners for the bolt head, and then they will drill a hole. They'll create a counterbore that is equal to the width across corners. But then they forget one thing. For example, we have to, in a hex head bolt, we have to tighten it or we have to loosen it. So for that, we need to provide a space so that we can put a tool that will grab the head, loosen or tighten it. So if it's a box spanner, we have to consider the thickness of the wall for the box spanner, and then the clearance, so that when we put that box wrench in, there's a little plate, it can easily go in and go out. That determines the diameter of the counterbore. And then the height of the head determines the depth of the counterbore. So these are really essential items for a designer to know. Just drawing a circle, just drawing counterbores, without having the knowledge, what's their function, what's the purpose of those things that you're creating on the drawing, that's very important now. And we are going to, the purpose of the IET program is to bring that design element into the teaching system. They have to know why they are doing these things. If it's a slot, what's the function of a slot? Same way if it's belts, if it's bushings, if it's any other item, that they have to understand what is the purpose and where they are doing it. And this IET program is geared to do that. That's our goal, and that's our mission, and that is what we plan to do. Not only in our center here in Gurgaon, but we want to do it all over the country. Every center should provide education, provide training that's application based, so that our students, when they go in the industry, they can be, they can apply the knowledge and make good designs.